Hello, and welcome to the first episode of Dairy Barn Inside the Exhibit, a podcast that gives you an insider look into the exhibitions of the Dairy Barn Art Center of Athens, Ohio. I'm your host, Peyton Ann Hodge, and today we've got an exciting first installation of our podcast. I'm joined by the Dairy Barn Art Center's exhibition director, Erin McKenna. Erin's most recent curation is the See Touch Build exhibition, which she's here to tell us a bit more about. Thank you so much for joining me today, Erin.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, so first and foremost, tell our listeners a bit about what exactly your position at the Dairy Barn entails.
So, I am in charge of all administrative and installation and marketing of exhibitions.
Perfect. All right. So give me a gist of this exhibition. Like, how did the idea for See Touch Build kind of come about?
Yes, so historically, the Dairy Barn has had an exhibition titled Scribble and Play that happens every other year. And I was kind of going off the idea of that exhibition. I just changed the name, kind of rebranded to make the show seem more appropriate for people of all ages. So the idea of this exhibition is that the artwork is interactive. So the viewer, the visitor is part of the artwork. Like their interaction with the work is necessary for the artwork to be complete.
I love that. Perfectly said. So, okay, so what goes into creating an exhibition like this of this size for your position?
Yeah, great question. So planning for exhibitions like these start 6 to 7 months prior to the opening date. So first step is to kind of define the exhibition, give it a goal, the parameters and the rules, and then there's a jury selection process that happens, and then there is call for entries, which lasts about 8 weeks, and that's when I try to get the word out to people. It's a juried exhibition, so we're inviting artists to submit their work that they think would fit well within the exhibition and the context. Once the call for entries close, the jury reviews all the artwork, rates it. People debate about what should or should not be in the show, trying to create a cohesive narrative, a show that would work well together. Once the work is picked, I then communicate with the artists and facilitate the artwork getting to the Dairy Barn. Then I design the layout of the exhibition, create all the labels, instructions, language for the material, and then I install the show. Then we have a big opening, and then the show runs for the time it's on view.
Gotcha. Okay, and so tell me a bit about these artists that are featured in See Touch Build. I know we have Passion Works and some others.
Yeah, so this is an exciting exhibition. There are people from all over. No, it's not only regionally. We actually have, I think, an artist from Canada, and then as well as local folks and then local organizations as well. So there are individual artists represented as well as like local organizations. So yeah, Passion Works is a big one. A lot of people recognize that work. It's really fun to collaborate with them. We also are highlighting Rural Action's Makerspace. They have a piece about the average American's disposal of textile clothing. So Americans on average dispose 80 pounds of textiles a year that go to the landfill. So they have represented that with discarded clothing in a giant pile, inviting people to cut it up and make a giant ball of yarn. So that's really fun. And then we also, Vitruvian, which is a 3D printing company, donated an amazing piece of furniture to us, a 3D printed chair. And the material they used to print with actually came from corn, like local corn. So that's pretty fun. And they're a company that is very innovative, working with 3D printing on making houses in the community. So that's exciting.
Very cool. Good array of some things.
Yeah.
So, how do you think, like from your perspective as a curator, what have you seen from the community that this interactive feature gives this different experience? How has the community been responding to it?
Yeah, I think that I think it does draw younger folks, just because the interaction with artwork is so fun and probably less boring than going to a museum and looking at the artwork.
Right.
But in addition to kids enjoying it, I think that it also adults like it and maybe like secretly like it.
Yeah.
It's really fun to like be able to just play, and to like just kind of let your inhibitions go and be able to be playful with like no like goal in mind, but just to just kind of like experiment and play around. So I think it's fun to see people kind of let loose and interact with the artwork. And I think everyone gets a kick out of touching art in a gallery space.
Definitely. Okay. So if you had to pick, what would be your favorite piece from the exhibition?
Oh man, that's so hard. Oh, I have a couple. Craig Murdick's work pops out. So his work from afar it looks kind of discreet. It's like this black box and there's a stool in front of it and there's a little tiny hole where you can peek into and inside is this city scene all made out of paper and black pen to like describe details. And there's a yellow handle on this black box. And as you turn the handle, something is going on inside of this machine where light is being controlled by almost like think about like Venetian blinds. And the effect is that it looks like the sun is setting on this city. It looks like you're watching a film or something, but it's all so physical. So that was really a treat. There's also this very large installation by David Russell, and it's a stop motion animation that it's kind of like this giant fabric maze that you have to enter, and in the center of this maze, you can sit down and watch this amazing stop motion animation of this stick figure. And then when you exit, you get to see the actual stick figure puppet, which is fun. And then some other work that really stands out is the work of Lisa Rich. She has 3 pieces in the show, and I'm specifically thinking about one where she created these stuffed animals out of fabric that Velcro can stick to. And then so she created facial features on separate material and put Velcro on those. And then people are invited to attach these like different eyeballs or a nose or a mouth onto these stuffed animals to like create a totally silly, wacky face or fun personality for these stuffed animals.
So I think this has been a good success so far. And what kind of do you hope to see going forward? Because we've got about a little bit less than a month left of this exhibition. So
Yeah, we just hope to get more folks into the show. It's also been inspiring to see the way people interact with the work, and I don't know, it's kind of inspiring me to add a hands-on component to more exhibitions and not just have one in the rotation, but to keep doing it for other exhibitions as well.
oh, exciting. Okay,
Yeah.
fun. So thank you so much again, Erin, for joining me today and giving a bit of an insider look into the See Touch Build exhibition for our listeners.
Yeah, thanks so much.
You can visit the See Touch Build exhibition at the Dairy Barn Arts Center of Athens, Ohio, now until June 14th. The Dairy Barn is open for visitors Wednesday through Sunday from 12 to 5 p.m. Find more information on this exhibition and others at the Dairy Barn at dairybarn.org. Join us for our next episode where we will take a look into another Dairy Barn exhibition. I'm your host, Peyton Ann Hodge, and this has been Dairy Barn Inside the Exhibit. Thank you for listening.